Okay, welcome back, guys. So, carrying on for what we left off. So, I took a moment to kind of check my model, and I realized that my model feels more reddish than yellowish. So, I want to kind of try to fix that. As you can see, compared to the reference image we have, ours is just too reddish. So, I'll go to the layers. So I'm going to do a few things. First, I'll start by let's see, on the mid-tone. I'm going to be changing some things up a bit. Maybe take this all the way up first. So all the darker values, I kind of make them feel more, I kind of lighten them up. Trying to figure out where this is. Okay, so yeah. So in here, I'll duplicate this. I'll make a duplicate of this. I'll hide the one that is below it. And I'll change this up. So select that layer. So I'm going to be using this color tone for it instead. Using this tone for it instead. So if I should drag this down, select this color, I'll just pick this. Okay. Let's see what we have when we change this up. I'll hit C on the keyboard again. I'll change this up too. So I'll do duplicate of this. Turn on the one that's below it. And I'll just change this tone up a bit. Make it a bit brighter. Okay. I'm still having more I'm still having more redness of this. Maybe I can take down the undertone down a bit more. Let's see what we can change in here. Let's say I turn this off. Okay, that seems to do a lot. So maybe I'll just make this, duplicate this, and make it feel a bit brighter. Let's grab maybe somewhere around there. Okay. Alright. I think this feels a bit better. Okay. Let's see. Let me put this back. Let me put this back all the way to 100. Let's see what I have when I put this back. Okay. Then I still want to paint out some. I just want to paint in some yellowish tone around the neck. So I'll go to my top tone. There should be, yes, this one. So I'll click on that. I'll turn off the blur. Then I'll just do some more painting. Let me choose the smooth brush. I can't really see anything going on here. Okay, I can see something now. So I'll just take down the stroke opacity and fill, and just go around and paint around this. Something like this should be fine. Okay. I'll take down the opacity down some more and just do some light painting around the face. Okay. I'll take this down some more. I want to blend in the edges. I want to blend in the edges. Okay. So now I'm going to do an overall blend on top of all of this. I think this material looks a bit better now. It feels a bit better now. So on top of this, I'll create a new layer, just a normal regular layer. I don't think I'll be using the blur effect for this. I won't be using the blur effect for this. So I'll just kind of try to blend this in. Okay. So creating a new layer. I'll just name this blending. Blending tones. Then I can hit the P key to select a color. Let me go to this view. I think the midtones, I'll just take the midtones down some more. I'll hit C on the keyboard. I want to see some of the undertones poking out of this. Checking the undertones now, can't see. I want to be sure if everything is showing. Let me reuse this also. Okay, now I can see some of the undertones showing out now. Let me turn on the midtones. Okay, so I want to kind of see some of the undertones showing through this. But still being very careful not to overexpose the undertones. Though it's more of a back and forth stuff, so I'm still going to be going back if the materials does not look right when rendering. We would always go back and make adjustments till we're satisfied with the results. But I think for now this will work. So going to the blend tones, I'll hit P on the keyboard. I'll select this red tone with my smooth brush and take this down some more. I can always blend back in, kind of paint some blending back, some redness on top of this. This is just too much. This is too much. Let me take this down, take down the flow. I'll just do some. I think I'll need a sharper brush for this. Probably something like this should do a better job. Okay, need to make sure it's okay on 4K. That's nice on 4K. I'm still going to be blending this back into the skin anyways, but let's just carry on. Kind of like the effect of this brush. So if we should do, let's say we turn this off, or we do a blend, kind of fade that in. So this brush does a pretty good job for us. So I want to go into the reference image and kind of capture as much of those details as I can. Okay. I'll hit M on the keyboard to kind of check and see how that is on the model. So I'll hit C on the keyboard. I'll hit P. I want to pick out this yellow tone. and I'll just spray around just to blend things back in. Okay, I'll hit P again. I'll just pick this darker tone around the eyes, somewhere around here. And I kind of use this to kind of paint in the nasal label folds. Just paint something around here just to darken that part, make it feel a bit more obvious in our renders. Okay, so I still want to darken under the eyes some more. I take down the stroke and the flow, paint something around here. Okay, take down the stroke and the flow, increase the brush size, just do something around here, around the jaw and the cheek area. Okay, I hit the P on the keyboard, pick a color and just blend things back in. Okay, don't worry about this thing. When we do our baking, once we bake, no, once we change the texture resolution, that should fix that. So don't worry too much about that. Okay, pick a more yellowish tone, kind of spray underneath the eyes, on the cheekbone. Do the same around the corners of the nose. Okay, I think I need to paint a bit more shadow around this corner of the nose. Let me pick a color from this and just paint that around here. Do that on the other side also. Okay, hit M on the keyboard. Then we have something that feels a whole lot better. But there's too much redness around these corners of the neck. So I'll just try to blend this back in. Shouldn't be too intense. So I'll just blend this back in. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think we can work with this. So now is to texture the lips. So let's texture the lips. So we'll start by using I'll use a smooth brush. So we'll create. This should be on top of everything, I believe. This should be on top of everything. Okay, let's put it below here. So create a new layer. I will select or pick this darker color, this more bluish tone of the lips. I'll add the black marks, and I'll use a thickness material for this. I'll use the fill layer. I need the thickness map. Thick. This is the thickness map for the head. So let's go to our marks, and we'll add a levels adjustment to this. I'll kind of invert this. I'm going to do something like so. So on the marks, I'll drop in a, okay, I'll drop in a paint layer. I need to drag this all the way up. I need to paint out all of this. I'll paint out the parts that I don't need. Let's use symmetry for this. I'll take down the brush. Okay. I believe I need to make the color a bit darker. So I push this down. Let me see if I can grab the right color from this. Try and grab the correct color for this. Okay. So invert that marks and I'll kind of paint that color back in. So I'll paint some of this out. Okay. Now this feels very aggressive, so we're going to tone it down obviously. Let me take out this symmetry. Okay. So I'll take this down. I think we need to raise all of this down here. It's doing the exact opposite. So I'll hit X on the keyboard and then I'll raise out all this. Do the same for the back also. Okay, so now let's paint in some pinkish tone under the lips. Now this feels really harsh. It feels really harsh. I'm going to so I need to blur this out some more. So I use the blur tool. So let's hit C on the keyboard and see how this blurs out. I'll kind of increase maybe increase the blur effect. Okay, so I'll create another new layer on top of this. Control D. I'll use a black mask. Then I will just pick out that color tone. This will work. And I'll just paint this around. Like so. And I'll take down the opacity and the flow and paint a lighter tone of that on top of this. Let me go to the 3D view so I can just go even deeper and just paint this out properly. Okay, much better. Then I'll create a new, let me just name this lips pink, lip dark. I'll duplicate this, add the black marks, then I would going to turn off the scattering for it. I don't want any scatter effects. Then for this top part, I want to change the color. I'm going to be using this brownish tone instead. And now, okay, let me pick, I don't know if I chose the right color. Somewhere around there, yes, that's fine. So I'm going to paint this around this like so. So now I'm going to kind of use the curvature tool to kind of drive, having some this darker tone is just too dark. It's just too dark. I think it even needs to be a bit more purplish. So let me do a duplicate of that. Then I'll kind of change the color to be a bit towards a purplish, somewhere around there. kind of darken it some more, like so. Yeah, like this should be fine. Then I can lighten. I'll go to this and I think I can lighten this tone some more to make it feel a bit more lighter. Maybe this same also here. Kind of make it feel a bit more lighter. So now we need the curvature to kind of drive this a bit more and make it feel a bit more interesting. So we would, I think, curvature. Let me see what we have in here. Yeah, I think I'll just duplicate this. Oh, let me rename this lips curvature. Now drag this down. Drag this down some more in here. I think I'll just drag everything that has to do with the lips. I'll group those. I'll group that layer. And I'll drag it on top of the blending tones. Okay. I'll just name this lips. Then I would let's see. Okay, yeah, curvature. Let's work with the curvature. So I'll be needing more like a lighter pink tone for this. Something like this. So it's affecting the entire model, which is not what I want. So for this particular one, I think I'll create another group for this. I'll add the black marks to that group. That should erase everything. Yes, I should erase everything. Then I can just use that. I'll just use that kind of paint into the lips. I'll just bring those back into the lips. Okay. Trying to figure out how to bring this out. So just painting, just doing a general paint around everything. Let me bring it out of the group. Still doing the same thing. Let's see how to fix this. if I add a fill, this particular method is actually working, but it takes me a long time to kind of paint all of this out. Let's see if there's a better way to do this. Let me add a paint layer in here. You see painting white, a lot of white strokes around this. Let's see. Okay, I think it's not actually what we want. So it's not actually what we want. So let me undo that. As you can see on the cheeks, so I'll just paint only around the lips. I'll just do this for only around the lips. Yeah, it's working. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me just show you guys an example so you guys can actually see it. I took this all the way to black. You see some darkness around the lips. So let me just turn this off and on. You can see. So let me undo that. Let me bring back that. Let me bring back that reddish tone. And paint this back in around the lips. Okay. There's some issues underneath this. Trying to figure out where this is coming from. Okay, it looks maybe it's just the shadowing in that region. Okay, yeah, good idea. So now you can see it better in here. So I'll do a blur filter. And kind of blur this out. Okay, it's not working in there. Let's apply it to the actual fill layer. Blur. It should work correctly now. Oh, that's too much. Probably 0.2. Yeah, something like this will work just fine. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, I think this should be fine. Let me just check our reference image to be sure. Okay, that looks good. Maybe the redness from the curvature is a bit too much. Maybe. I think this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. So yeah, so in the next lesson, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create roughness map or specular map for your model. So I'll see you guys in the next lesson.